everybody, it's Dandruff with your news cartridge for Thursday, May 11th, 2017. Welcome to the Thursday show. There is a ton of stuff today, and it starts with a free game. For the next 2 days, Humble Bundle is giving away Dungeons 2 absolutely free. Just add it to your cart, then check out, and you will receive the code, which you can add to your Steam library, and it's yours for forever. Thank you to Spartan Prime for pointing this one out to me. Euro Truck Simulator 2 is going to add the ability to pull 2 trailers at once, the same feature that was announced for American Truck Simulator. There is no release date just yet. Rocket League has gotten an update to version 1.34 and has redesigned the Tokyo Underpass level, and they are now calling it Neo Tokyo. Let me know if you played Rocket League during the free weekend in the comment section down below. Coming tomorrow is patch 1.14 to Dark Souls 3, which brings balance changes in the form of weapon buffs. A link to the full patch notes can be found below. I've got a hefty amount of Overwatch news coming up for you next, starting with the man who is the original inspiration for Care Bears. Jeff Kaplan has talked about how Overwatch is balanced and what exactly goes into making the changes that Blizzard does. It's a great interview, there's a link to it down below. The Overwatch public test realm, version 1.11, is shutting down very soon. This means changes are rolling out to the main build shortly afterward. Today, Blizzard released an infographic on the Uprising event that has recently ended. An astonishing 145 million matches were completed with a combined 8 billion enemies destroyed. In final Overwatch news, there's a rumor going around about an Overwatch Game of the Year edition, which is said to include 5 additional skins, 10 loot boxes, a Winston pet for World of Warcraft, and Tracer as a playable character in Heroes of the Storm. Moving on from there, a game-breaking bug was discovered in Prey that was found to be corrupting save files on PC. After it was discovered, a patch was quickly put out which did resolve the issue. Good on you, Bethesda and Arcane, for acting so quickly. Nintendo has announced the time they will hold their event at E3 this year, and it will start at 6 AM Eastern, 7 AM Central, 9 AM Pacific, or 5 PM British Standard Time. The Russian YouTuber who was charged with blasphemy for posting a video of himself playing Pokemon Go in a church was sentenced today. He was given a 3.5-year suspended sentence, meaning he won't serve any jail time. He will effectively be on probation for that time, so if he does anything to break the law again, he will serve that sentence plus whatever charges they put on him. Truth be told, I was hoping the whole thing would just be dismissed, and I feel as though the punishment he did receive is still extreme for his crime. At least he didn't lose his freedom, though. Here's a quick one. Google has decided to acquire the indie game studio Owlchemy Labs, who are responsible for creating the VR game Job Simulator. It was not disclosed how much Google paid or what their plans are for the developer. And that story is similar to this one, but not as simple, with Square-Enix deciding to drop IO Interactive. IO are responsible for the Hitman series and a few other lesser-known titles. And despite having a great financial year because of Final Fantasy XV, resources that Square-Enix are pouring into IO are not turning a profit. Now the company is up for sale, and if there are no buyers, there could be no future for Hitman. The two companies that instantly come to mind that seem like potential buyers to me would be EA and Ubisoft. But at the moment, EA makes more sense because Ubisoft is dealing with that whole corporate takeover ordeal that's going on right now, and they may not have the capital to do so. Let me know your thoughts on the future of IO Interactive in the comment section down below. And before we move on to the main story today, there has been a survey asking American gamers how interested they are in purchasing a mid-cycle console upgrade, like the PS4 Pro or Xbox Scorpio. And the results aren't good. Now, I have to start by saying that the numbers are a little bit misleading because not only was the general population included, but the definition of gamer included those who only play mobile games. With that being said, in both instances of PlayStation and Xbox, the base model, not the upgrade, are still the most sought after. This could be because upgrades like this are not very common to console gamers. Not to mention that if you're a parent buying games for your kid, you're gonna go with the most affordable option, and as long as it still plays the newest games, then an upgrade may not seem necessary. Let me know if you're a console gamer who's looking to upgrade from PS3 or 360 to either the PS4 Pro or the Xbox Scorpio, or if you already own a current gen-based system and are still looking to upgrade anyway. And finally, that brings us to our main topic today, and after all of that, we are going to talk about Payday 2. You may or may not recall, but Payday 2 made its way onto my list of games I would never play. And today, I'm going to take that game off of my list with good reason. First of all, let's get this out of the way. Payday VR has been announced by Overkill Studios. It's coming free to all owners of Payday 2. You will be able to play the whole game in VR, not just the single player or multiplayer. Best of all, the player base won't be struggling for early adopters of VR because it will have cross-platform play with people who are playing on traditional monitors. So the reason I said I would never play Payday 2 is because after Overkill said that they would never put microtransactions into Payday 2, they put microtransactions into Payday Payday 2. The reason I'm withdrawing my boycott is because of the announcement of DLC coming later this fall featuring Ethan and Ela Klein, the husband and wife masterminds behind the YouTube channel h3h3 Productions. In the DLC, you'll be able to play as either Ela or Ethan, FUPA and Beanie included. All proceeds from this DLC are going to the Kleins, so they can continue to fight their ongoing legal battle against another YouTuber named Matt Haas. Matt is suing the Kleins for using his content in a video where the Kleins critique and criticize that content. I happily admit I am a fan of h3h3 Productions, and I have been for about a year, and it's not that Overkill is giving Ethan and Ela this money to fight this battle. It's that this lawsuit could affect every content creator on the internet, not just YouTube, and of course that includes myself. The lawsuit is about whether or not the video in question constitutes as fair use, something that's the very foundation of my show here. So not only will I be picking up Payday 2 during the next Steam sale, I will be purchasing this DLC for $4.99 US or your regional equivalent, which is going on sale again sometime later this fall. A small price to pay to support independent content creators everywhere. Let me know if you're a fan of h3h3 in the comment section down below. These games are no laughing matter. It's time for tomorrow's game releases. For PC, Super Amazeballs, OVIVO, Steam Hammer, Tomboys Need Love 2, Blobby Tennis, Farspace, Intelligent Design, An Evolutionary Sandbox, Planet RIX-13, The Dishwasher, Vampire Smile, Safari Venture, Charlie Murder, Remember, Gaben Kingdom, Defend the Highlands World Tour, Dolly 17, VR Museum Tours, A Butterfly in the District of Dreams, Rogue Islands, Master Shot VR, Jade's Journey 2, The King's Heroes, Scribbled Arena, Mystery Mine, and Freeze Climbing. For PlayStation 4, Demon's Crystals. For Xbox One, Human Fall Flat, Elliot Quest, and Demon's Crystals. Thank you very much, everybody. This has been News Cartridge. I am Dandruff. I will see you tomorrow. And sometimes I use words that I don't understand in an effort to make myself sound more photosynthesis. Yay! You guys have no idea how long it took to do those, to do the game releases. Oh my goodness. I kept screwing up the joke. I kept, like, putting a pause before photosynthesis, and it didn't make sense. It didn't work. I don't know. That joke barely works as it is. I have no idea how much time I have left because my thing says I've got 3 minutes, so it's going to be a short end card today. After doing that for like 15 minutes, I don't want to do a long end card. Oops, excuse me, got a little bit of hiccup. Okay. Yeah, that's gross. All right. So let's see. That Russian kid, oh my goodness, I'm so happy he didn't get charged with it. I'm so happy he's not serving anything, but he still got charged. That's still totally unfair. Come on over to America. They would just kick you out and maybe call the police. Maybe call the police. They would just kick you out. There's no blasphemy laws over here. Damn, that's crazy. I hope that they never do. I think blasphemy laws and free speech laws would just conflict with each other right away. So, yeah, thankfully we don't have any of that here. IO Interactive being sold? I don't really know. I don't really know how I feel about it. I own Hitman. I have never played it, but I own it. I've got a code for it somewhere. And then, Payday 2, I think that trying to support YouTubers is good enough, and as well as removing the microtransactions from the game, too. They did actually remove the microtransactions from the game. I forgot to include that in the show today. Huh. Well, the microtransactions are out of Payday 2. They're absolutely out of Payday 2. And I forgot to write what yesterday's episode was about. So, yesterday's episode was about Nier Automata. That's right, the paid mod for Nier Automata. See, I can remember these things. Yeah, I said I was never gonna play Payday 2 because of the whole microtransaction thing. If they say they're not gonna do something and then they completely do that thing, and they're like, we're better than that. We don't need microtransactions because if there is that, you'd be, yeah, I forget what they were like. You'd be, they said something like they will never ever do it. I don't know. It's like George Bush saying that he would never raise taxes. The first George Bush, not the second one. Yeah, I don't know. If you do something like this, I think it's a redeeming thing because you're showing that you're trying to support small independent creators by doing something like supporting the Kleins and h3h3 Productions with their lawsuit. That's really scary. Fair use could really. There's a lot of stuff that could be settled with fair use if they lose their court case. It could be really, really bad. I don't think that they will. A lot of things seem like it's going in their favor. Fair use, fair use is very clear that they allow for critique, and you can show content in. They did do editing of the content. They didn't just show the content and try to pass it off as their own. So I hope all the best for Ethan and Ela, because I love those guys. They're amazing. They make amazing content. So, social media links are over here if you want to go check me out on social media. Follow me on Twitter. I tweet every now and then. I tweet quite a bit. I like tweeting. Tweeting's fun. Click over here to subscribe to my channel, and click over here where we to view yesterday's episode, where we talk about Nier Automata and having a mod that has DRM in it. Yeah. Philosophy episode, that one. Yeah. Go check that out. Bye. See you tomorrow. Bye.